Welcome and salutations, respected youngsters. Gratitudes to you, congratulations to you, and lots of hopes for you, for yourself, and through you to the world. And lots of wishes and prayers that all those positive hopes that you become a great achiever for yourself and the world is benefited by you. For that purpose only, every day we are spending 1 hour to browse through our Shastras and cull out the wisdom bits, owning them, implementing them, and empowering ourselves, growing in our life. That all is in our hands. So simple. I am gaining jnanam, I am using it, I am growing. Okay. Today also we have 7 things to do. Last one, seventh one, Katha Upanishad learning. Sixth one, Valmiki Ramayana, Ayodhya Kanda, Kachit Sarga. From Rama, we are listening some more Rajaniti Dharmas, how to be a successful administrator. Before that, fifth program, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, how to do Tatpada Parimarganam. What is the meaning of Tamevacha Adyam Purusham Prapadye? Practically, we are given the sadhanas to do. When we do, really we reach to that place or experience to reach which we are doing. Before that, our Vedic chanting of Taittiriya Brahmanam. Before that, Sahana Bhavatu. Before that, Sankalpa. सबसे पहले a 5 minutes of common sense thought as we do every day. Today's common sense thought is in connection with Gita knowledge as well as spiritual somewhat. Clear? Listen, जितना पकड़ पाओगे पकड़ लो. What we see the whole world in that this body also. All this is grass. Point one. This grass gets affected by time and so many mutual things that every moment it goes on changing, modifying. Therefore, not stable. Because of this only, from anything grass, the continuous happiness doesn't come to us. But we seek it and it never happens. That's why we suffer. This is technically called samsara. Okay. Now, beyond this grass is there is subtle. Behind every grass there is subtle. याद रख लेना. सूक्ष्म कहते हो. Behind the world you see grass, उसके पीछे subtle है. Behind me, the gross body also, there is inside the subtle body, which we have seen in Gita 15 chapter. है ना? अधिष्ठाय मनश्चाय विषयानुपसेवते श्रोत्रम चक्षु स्पर्शनम च रसनम, all that. So this subtle is always better than the grass, but here also it is volatile and unstable. Yet it's always better to lift our attention and life of living at the subtle level. Think about it, what it means. Homework for you. The more we love to live life at the subtle level, the gross problems go away. Problems of the gross world, they go away. It's a great relief for us. Gross problems you have to go through, you can't have a solution. Like my problem of bodily diseases or old age, I can't avoid it. अब उसी को पकड़ के रखूंगा तो सफर करूंगा. Instead of that, if I live at the subtle level of my mind, intellect, and know what to do with it, keep doing it, the gross problems do not touch me that much. Think about it coolly. Beyond this subtleties, there is third one, causal. कारण कहते हैं उसको. Karana world. Okay, in that causal world, there are two things, two chambers. One chamber is reality not known chamber. It's called avidya. Another chamber is the seeds for all this gross and subtle. One side is not knowing the God or the self. Other side is the seeds for gross subtle. Karana. We generally go through these three worlds of gross, subtle, causal, gross, subtle, causal. In another way, gross world is waking, subtle is dream, causal is we are in sleep. An ordinary mortal goes only through these three things. What the Shastra, spirituality, Vedanta, Upanishads talk is about that fourth, who is neither gross nor subtle nor causal, beyond. In fact, he is the real, because of he not known called ignorance. That all these other things of causal, subtle, gross are superimposed, imagined, then they are taken as real, then we involve in it, then we suffer. This is called technically the not knowing the self is ajnana. Taking all gross, subtle, causal as real is called moha. In this world, desiring something or the other, working for it, getting the sukha dukkha is called as bandhana. So avidya, moha, tadatmya, karma, karma phala, bandhana. Then what Shastra says? One side, you know the self God, and then avidya है ना कारण शरीर में उसको दूर करो. Second side, in the gross and subtle world, live such a way that the seeds of it are no more formed in the causal. So seeds निकाल दिया तो ignorance निकाल दिया, ignorance निकाल दिया, seeds निकाल दिया तो कारण नहीं है, कारण नहीं है तो ग्रास नहीं है, subtle नहीं है. Then what is there? The pure real Paramatma. He is infinite. He is one without second. He is me. He is consciousness. He is blissful. That is called moksha Vedanta में. Hmm. So lift our life from living from gross to subtler, and from the subtle attending to the reality, dissolve the cause of gross and subtle. है कि ना? परमात्मा का अन्वेषण में कारण शरीर को निकालने के कारण स्थूल सूक्ष्म भी जाएगा, तो स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण जो कल्पित है, when that goes away, reality is apprehended, we are liberated from these three unreal. This is actually essence of entire Vedanta. I told you in one simple explanation. So the higher, deeper things, whether you understand or not, this much to do कि अब फंसो मत ग्रास में, वो ऐसे ही रहता है वो. Come to the subtle level. Live at the mind intellect level. Beauty of the mind, beauty of the intellect. Don't worry too much about your gross body, other gross bodies, or gross world of objects. Come at the mind level. Think about love. Think about forgiveness. Think about, good for others, compassion. So too, at the intellect level, certainly think about how you can help others. Think about how to avoid problems, miseries. अब कम से कम दिमाग लेवल में, सूक्ष्म लेवल में आ जाओ जीने का, एंड अवॉइड द सूक्ष्म समस्या, स्थूल समस्या. इतना तो मिनिमम बनता है कि नहीं एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग्स. नहीं, ओनली आई लिव एट द ग्रॉस लेवल. द ग्रॉस कंटिन्यूसली मॉडिफाइज, चेंजेस. इट कैन नेवर बी अकॉर्डिंग टू योर चॉइस. यू विल सफर. Gross is required for vyavahara, but then be at the subtle level. While living at the subtle level, operate in the gross, giving the value to the subtle. Giving the value to the subtle, not to the gross. सोच लो बेटा इसका, ठीक है. Subtle, that also purity and wisdom. Mind में purity, intellect में wisdom. मजा करो जिंदगी को, काय का पीछे पड़ते हो. द ग्रॉस बॉडी सेंसेस, द भोग फॉर देम, they never come to you as you want, as much as you want, as long as you want, and then disappointed, frustrated, become slave to the objects and the people for the sake of this body and senses. काय कबाड़ा रखा रे बेटा, कहीं जरूरत नहीं है इसका. We only made it as compulsion because we don't know that we can live life at the higher level. है ना, like when you were a child, you used to eat your ice cream and your elder brothers also. That is living at grass level. हाँ, elder brother used to give, चल ठीक है मेरा भाई है ना खाने दो. He is living at the subtle level of love. When you grow, then when you have your younger brother, you give him that ice cream chocolate. So gross you have transcended. You are enjoying the subtle. The joy in the mind for sharing your ice cream with your brother. It is subtle, living at a subtle level. That is my brother. Prema. So in that my brother, that prema of the mind, the gross object you sacrificed. Then you will never have the problem with gross world. Once you give up gross and live at the subtle level. Isn't it? One example I gave you, you go on thinking of it. That's enough today. Om Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Samastam Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Namaha Sri Krishna Chandra Parabrahmane Geetha Matre Vedavyasa Maharshe Namaha Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Ramayana Shastraya Valmiki Maharshe Namaha Sri Yamadharmarajaya Prahladaya Shrutimatre Namaha Sri Kathopanishad Rupa Shrutimatre Namaha तेषां सर्वेषां अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोद सिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परायाः पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्ति भक्ति ज्ञान वेदांत मोक्ष योगादि मार्गाणां मोक्ष मार्गाणां पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्या विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषाम् आचार्याणां गुरूणां श्रेयभिलाषिणां महात्मानां भक्तशिष्य साधक सेव उपासकानां आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन प्रेरणोत्साह प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरात् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम आश्रमाणाम पुण्यक्षेत्राणाम विश्वविद्यालयानां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु नित्य निरंतर यज्ञ उपासना शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा समस्त विश्व मोक्ष धर्म प्रचारेण मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थानां प्रचारेण विश्व संरक्षण सन्मार्गे पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरे ये शत्रवः तेषां सर्वेषां समूलनिर्मूलनार्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मभक्ति भगवद्भक्ति गुरुभक्ति शास्त्रभक्ति सत्संगभक्ति सनातनधर्मभक्ति धर्मभक्ति देशभक्ति सेवाभक्ति मातापितृभक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन अध्यापन मध्ये शांति मंत्र उच्चारणं तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मण वेद मंत्र पारायणं श्रीमद् भगवद्गीता पंचदशोध्यायस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं श्री वाल्मीकि रामायणम् अयोध्याकांड शततम सर्ग कच्चित् सर्ग श्रीरामकृत राजनीति धर्माणाम् उपदेशस्य पारायण अध्ययनं श्री कृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत कठोपनिषदः पारायणं स्वल्प अर्थाविष्करणं वयं सर्वे मोक्षार्थं जीवन साफल्यार्थं विश्व कल्याणार्थं सनातन धर्मार्थं च करिष्यामहे. Sankalpa is done. Now with full attentiveness. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gururdevo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Now Vedic chanting. Om Shri 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 Vedamatre Namaha Atha Shri Krishna Yajurvediya Taittiriya Brahmanam Dvitiyashtakam Shashta Prapadakasya Parayanam विंशतितम मंत्रात् आरभ्य. इतना काफी है. ओम होता यक्ष दृढ़स्पदे समिधानम महद्यशः सुषमिद्धं वरेण्यौ अग्निमिन्द्रं वयोधसं गायत्रीं छन्दमिन्द्रियं त्र्यविङ्गावयो ददत् वेत्वाज्यस्य होतर्यज होता यक्षच्युचिव्रतौ तनूनपातमुद्भिदम् यङ्गर्भमदितिर्दधे शुचिमिन्द्रं पयोधसम् उष्णिहञ्चन्ध इन्द्रियं दित्यवाहङ्गां वयो ददत् वेत्वाज्यस्य होतर्यज होता यक्षधीडेन्यम् ईडितं वृत्रहन्तम् हन्तमम् इडाभिरीड्यगं सह सोममिन्द्रं वयोधसम् अनुष्टुभश्चन्द इन्द्रियं त्रिवृत्सङ्गां वयो ददत् वेत्वाच्यस्य होतर्यज होता यक्षत्सुबर्हिषदम् पूषण्वन्तममर्त्यं सीदन्तं बर्हिषि प्रिये अमृतेन्द्रं पयोधसं बृहते छन्द इन्द्रियं पञ्चाविङ्गां वयो ददत् वेत्वाज्यस्य होतर्यज होता यक्षद्व्यचस्वतीः सुप्रायणारुतावृतः द्वारो देवीर्हिरण्यैः ब्रह्माण इन्द्रं वयोधसं पङ्क्तिं छन्द इहेन्द्रियं तुर्यवाहङ्गां पयो ददत् वेत्वाज्यस्य होतर्यज होता यक्षत्सुपेशसे सुशिल्पे बृहति उभे नक्तोषासा न दर्शते विश्वमिन्द्रं वयोधसं त्रिष्टुभश्चन्द इन्द्रियं पश्चष्टवाहङ्गां वयोदधत् वेत्वाज्यस्य होतर्यज होता यक्षत्प्रचेतसा देवानामुत्तमं यशः होता रादैव्या कवी सयुजेन्द्रं वयोधसं जगतीश्चन्द्र इहेन्द्रियम् अनड्वाहङ्गां वयो ददत् वेत्वाच्यस्य होतर्यज होता यक्षत्पेशस्वतीः तिस्रो देवीर्हिरण्यैः भारतीर्बृहतीर्महीः पतिमिन्द्रं पयोदसं विराजञ्जन छन्द इहेन्द्रियं धेनुङ्गान्नवयो ददत् वेत्वाजस्य होतर्यज होता यक्षत्सुरेतसं त्वष्टारं पुष्टिवर्धनं रूपाणि बिभ्रतं पृथक् पुष्णिमिन्द्रं वयोदसं द्विपदं छन्द इधेन्द्रियं ऊक्षाणङ्गान्नवयो ददत् वेत्वाज्यस्य होतर्यज होता यक्षच्छतक्रतुं हिरण्यपर्णमुक्थिनं रशनां बिभ्रतं वशिं भगमिन्द्रं वयोधसं ककुभं छन्द इहेन्द्रियं वशां वेहतजा वेहतङ्गान्नवयो ददत् वेत्वाज्यस्य होतर्यज होता यक्षत्स्वाहा कृतीः अग्निं गृहपतिं पृथक् वरुणं भेषजं कविं क्षत्रमिन्द्रं वयोदसं अतिच्छन्द संच्छन्द इन्द्रियं बृहदृशवङ्गां वयो ददत् वेत्वाज्यस्य होतर्यज दथे ददद्धृथावृध इन्द्रियं पेशस्वतीर्वयोधसं वेत्वाज्यस्य होतर्यज सप्तच ओम शांति शांति शांति. Friends, Srimad Bhagavad Gita study is our fifth topic of the day. 15th chapter, small but we are seeing slowly, steadily, Purushottama Yoga. So we have seen up to 11 mantras. Today we will see 11, 12. Oh, Narayana. Yes. 11th we have seen, 12 and 13 we will thoroughly study. Now, topic under discussion is to come out of samsara and to get the moksha, doing parimarganam of tatpada. What is the technique? Tamevacha adyam purusham prapadye. How to do Tamevacha adyam purusham prapadye? By which Tat Pada Parimarganam is completed, in which that Tat Pada is discovered. Paramatma is discovered, who is very much is there in and through everything, at every nook and corner. Just like if you see a material matter, in and through that material matter, the atoms, the nucleus, they are there or not. Go little subtler, the energy in motion is there or not. Those who have the gross drishti, they only see the object. But those who have developed the physical scientist drishti, what they see with the eye is this world which others also see. But the knowledge is that uh, everything is nothing but the atoms and molecules. Of course, with the eyes, even the scientist also, like others, sees the gross object only. But the scientist has the microscope. With a microscope, high level, he is able to see that atoms which are not seen by others. And then anybody uses the microscope, they also can see the atoms. In the same way, through Vedanta study, through the meditation, when we develop the microscopic vision, we will also see the substratum behind everything, which others can't see. Others see the world of names and forms only. But we have developed the spiritual microscopic vision. That's what is called Tatpadam Parimaritavyam Tameva Chadyam Purusham Pravadde. Practice when it is done for long, long, long time. And this also is open to everyone. Anybody can study Gita. Anybody can do this type of developing the microscopic vision, atmoscopic vision, paramatmoscopic vision. Then you can see the Atman Paramatman. Okay? That's the topic we are studying now. This is the way the Gita is taught. Now we have to tune to the Gita of teaching. Then we learn what is taught by Gita. Then what's the beauty in that knowledge when implemented, when experienced. Okay. So for us, the shloka number 12 onwards, the meditation starts. The upasana starts. The practice of vibhutis start. The practice of Bhagavan's presence is started. Okay, with that practice, what happens is what we have seen as the world of name form in the place of Bhagavan that goes away. At the intellectual practical level, we are knowing that that is Bhagavan only. Then which is what is the nature of that Bhagavan and you inquire, then you become aware of that Sat and Chit, that Satchit Paramatma alone is there in the form of all these, that realization will slowly happen. It's a long process, huh? It's a delicate process, it's a hard working process, it's very internal process, it's very sublime process. But करते रहो कुछ जन्म, then entire world will be visualized as by us as Bhagavan only. Because actually the Jagat is nothing but Sarvam Ramamayam, Sarvam Krishnamayam, Sarvam Brahmamayam, Sarvam Atmamayam. When that is known, like when I wake up from the dream me also, me waker. The dream world also me. In the dream, the friends were there, it was me. By fighting with the friends or love with the friends, that also me. The Sukha Dukkha also is me. Then from the whole dream world, you have no more samsara. You have awakened to a waking plane. In the same way, this life which we are living is a long dream. You are different, I am different, world is there, I want something from it, etc. But through this practice which we are studying from 13th chapter onwards, 13th May, 14th May, lots of techniques are told for us to recognize the Kshetrajna, recognize the Jnaya Purusha, recognize the Purusha other than Prakriti, or recognize the Gunatita Purusha, here recognize the Uttama Purusha. When we recognize him, like when we wake up, the dream is null and void. When we wake up to the truth, this entire Jagrat world is null and void. There is no samsara. Like when you wake up, you remember the dream, but you don't do anything regarding that. The line is chasing in dream. You woke up, you don't continue running. isn't it? You won't know fire caught up, got getting up immediately the balti of pani आपने ऊपर नहीं डालते हो तुम, but you remember it. So too, the Jagat will be very vaguely lived without any purpose or value attached to it. When we recognize through these practices that Adya Purusha, that Tat Padaha, that Paramatma, that substratum of the universe, the Brahman, the Atman, the absolute reality, the Lord Rama, the Krishna, the Shiva, अब नाम कुछ भी दो एक ही सत्य वस्तु है विप्राह बहुधा वदन्ति one truth only, each one names it differently. One pot, उसको pot बोलते हैं, मटका बोलते हैं, different भाषाओं में different बोलते हैं. सत्य एक ही है, there is one pot, but in each language differently. So too, one truth alone called as different ways. That when we realize from the untruth, we will have no more bondage. Bondage is only in the untruth. In reality truth, there is no bondage. Clear? So let us chant 15th 12वां श्लोक 2 बार 14वां 13वां श्लोक 4 बार. बिफोर दैट वाला आपको याद होगा, मुझे नहीं बताना है कि when we do the yatna to do the parimarganam of Paramatma along with ourselves being a yogi, where we have purified our heart, controlled our mind and senses, we will be able to see Paramatma. Second, the one who is doing the yatna but not a yogi, he is a akrutatma achetasaha. He has neither purified his vasanas nor controlled the antakarana nor controlled the senses. Such person, even though he tries, he will not be able to see that Paramatma. That was the 11th shloka. Yatantaha yoginaha cha enam pashyanti atmani avastitam. In his own self is this Purusha, a yogi who has controlled his faculties and trying yatantaha, he will be able to recognize. Yatantaha bhi, even though somebody is trying, but akurta atmanaha, his mind is full of desires for the world. There is a laziness, nidra, etc. There are lot of vasanas. There is total worldliness. He is called as akurtatma and achetaha. Nayanam pashyanti. Even though it is his own self, he will not be able to recognize it. So therefore, from this shloka, two things we have derived. One is yatantaha, effort. Second is yoginaha, the one who has mastered his faculties. So the four options, neither faculties mastered nor trying. He will not know the God and get moksha. Trying but faculties not mastered, he will also not get the परमात्मा. Faculties controlled but वो काम नहीं कर रहे, मेहनत नहीं कर रहे, उनको भी भगवान नहीं मिलेंगे. Therefore, what is the fourth option left? Who is a yogi? Means he has mastered all his faculties, not allowing them to go outside. Yadantaha, the one who is doing the upasana to discover that Paramatma inside, he will be able to pashyanti. If not today, tomorrow when that effort becomes fructified, matured, he will be able to fulfill his tatpada parimarganam, fulfill his tameva chadyam purusham prabhade mission in discovering that tatpada and adya purusha as his own inner voice, inner self, inner conscious being. Once that is known, like when I know I am the conscious self, I am freed from I being a gross and subtle and causal entity in which, because of uncertainties, because of the limitations, because of the nature of temporariness, there is always fear and dukkha. That was a powerful shloka. So I felt once more I have to repeat it. Now let us do shloka number 12 and 13. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Sri Mad Bhagavad Gita, अथ पंचदशोऽध्यायः पुरुषोत्तमयोगः द्वादश त्रयोदशौ श्लोकौ श्रीभगवानुवाच ॐ यदादित्यगतं तेजः जगद्भासयते अखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्छाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकं यदादित्यगतं तेजः जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम् 13th one 4 times. गाम आवेश्य च भूतानि गाम आविश्य च भूतानि गाम आविश्य च भूतानि गाम आविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा 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 उष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः उष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः उष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा उष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः ट्वाइस टुगेदर श्री भगवानुवाच गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा उष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा उष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः. This topic is again what was said in 7th, 9th and 10th. Same line this is also. It is called as pure Parabrahma Paramatma's Vibhuti. It is his expression. We have to do the upasana of those vibhutis. See the vibhuti, but do the practice that this is Paramatma. See the vibhuti and do the practice that this is Paramatma. To such an extent that the vibhuti and the importance to them is reduced, then in our heart, value for Paramatma increases, importance for Paramatma. With that mind, in which the value importance for the expression of Paramatma called Vimuti is gone away. Value and importance for Paramatma alone is there in us. With that state of mind, when we search that Paramatma, first in our own heart, as our own self, we will recognize him. Then look from that self standpoint, piche mudke, everything is that and that self only. There is nothing other than him. विभूति उपासना ये है. ठीक है. Then you have to remember what is said from chapter 7 onwards, 7th में, 9th में, 13 में, और यहाँ भी पहले बताया, आगे भी बताएंगे. The summary of all that is what? Paramatma on himself by his own self. The infinite Paramatma on himself by his own self. With his own infinite power. He is projecting the entire world. So in the entire world, in and through what is there is Paramatma only. On that Paramatma, the projections of entire Rupanama is the entire world. Like there are 10 wood made items: windows, doors, tables, tools, chairs, chakla, belan. No, are all of them not the wood basically? On the wood, first in the mind, you have projected these items. Then you carved out those items. When you have carved those items, has the wood become something else? Losing its woodness? No, it's wood only. Then what do you mean by table and door or kursi or any window? A projected rupa, a nama given, a utility is superimposed on it. Like the door is there for closing the room, window is there for ventilation, table is there to put your head and sleep, chair is there for you to sit. No, these are all the comforts. For that, these different rupa and nama. But in and through them, commonly what is there? wood alone. In this way, 3 4 examples you have to do in all the pots and gamla mud, in all variety of ornaments, the gold. In the same way, in the entire world, gross, subtle, causal, small, big, all of that is Bhagavan only, Parama Atma Tattva only, with all projected names and forms. Our goal is to see that pure Paramatma as he is, freed from name and form. After seeing him, then identify with him, then inferent experience of the bliss is there, then you play in whatever the role you want to play. Like a director projected a movie, took out a movie, trained all the characters, heroes, villain. One character he also took it and he played that role, isn't it? One role only is playing. Like let's say he is the father of this hero. Who? The one outside who was the director. But in the movie is not a director. He is the father of the hero. But within that father of the hero, he knows, no? I am the director who conceived the entire movie. I am the director who has conceived all these artists and the roles given to me, including this role which I am playing, which is a part of total thing which is projected by me. In the same way, I am the Paramatma Tattva, projected the whole world. In that one set of these 5 koshas, I am identifying with it and playing the play. But I am all, not only this one. Because of overpowering effect of importance given to this, naturally the other things as if gets neglected. This is called problem samsara. So what we are doing, tatpada parimarganam. What we are doing is tameva cha adyam purusham prapande. Okay. Now, 1 2 examples I will tell you. Remaining all we have to practice it. What is said here is first one is yadadityagatam tejaha tattejaha vidhi mamakam yat adityagatam tejaha tad mamakam iti vidhi. So that light in Lord Sun, know that it is mine. Okay. Now, the 3 things we have to understand here. One is the sun by himself, with his heat and light, is somebody within the sun other than the heat and light. That's called as sun devata. Okay. Second one is what? This particular sun devata, with his light and heat, is none but the Ishvara only, who has taken all forms. One form is this one. Third one, that Ishvara is none but Atma only, the Shuddha Satchidatma, with his infinite power, he is appearing as Ishvara. Therefore, Paramatma, with his Maya infinite Shakti, is Ishvara. That Ishvara only, with heat and light Shakti, expressing as Surya. Now, that same Paramatma is expressing as me, who is the seer of that Surya. Therefore, what is the upasana here? What is the meaning of Tamevacha Adyam Purusham Prapadde? What is the Adi Purusha Prapatti? What is the meaning of Tatpada Parimarganam? What is the meaning of searching the God in Surya? So, one Surya we know who is seen as light and heat. Now, transcend the light and heat. Go to the Adhisthana of the light and heat, the Surya individuality himself. Second, that Surya individuality, Jiva, Mama Eva Amshaha, is the Amsha of the Ishvara only. So, go beyond that Surya, reach to the Ishvara Tattva. So, reject light and heat, go to the Surya, because without Surya individual, the light and heat cannot be. Now, reject the Surya, go to Ishvara, because Surya is a part and amsha of the total, the amshi, the Ishvara. Now, the Ishvara is Ishvara with his Maya Shakti. Now, all the Maya Shakti of the Ishvara side pe rakho. Now, what remains, the pure Satchidananda. And that Satchidananda alone is there everywhere, and that is me. That me mala, after three shlokas, it will come. But here, you transcend the Adityagatam Tejaha, reach to Surya. Transcend the Surya, reach to the Ishvara. Transcend the Ishvara, reach to the Sachidananda Atma. That Sachidananda Atma is in everyone again. This is called as here seeing the light and heat, reaching the Surya. Transcending the Surya, reaching to the Atma of the Surya called Ishvara. Transcending the Ishvara, reaching to the Atma of the Ishvara called as Sachidatma. So Sachidatma Paramatma with his infinite Shakti is Ishvara. That Ishvara with his one expression of his Shakti is Surya with his heat and light. Clear? So where is heat and light? In Surya. Where is Surya? In Ishvara. Where is in Ishvara? Satchit Paramatma. Therefore, whenever you see the light and heat of the sun, from that, when you go to Tamivacha Adyam Purusham, when you reach to the Adi Purusha, then you are doing Tatpada Parimarganam. So, in this, what's happening? The belief in us is strengthened that behind the light and heat, there is sun, behind the sun, there is Ishvara, behind the Ishvara, there is Paramatma. Right now, what is that? Paramatma forgotten, Ishvara is forgotten, the sun is also forgotten, that there is an individual sun, and what's remembered is only light and heat. Whether we recognize or not, behind the light and heat, there is Surya. Whether we recognize or not, behind Surya, there is Ishvara. Whether we recognize it or not, behind the Surya, Ishvara, there is Sachidananda. Now, here 10 12 examples are given. Practice everywhere. What you grossly see with the eyes, what you understand the intellect as, the cause of that, then the cause of that, then the cause of that. So, what the eye sees, sun, light, and heat. What the intellect should see, the cause of it. That in the light and heat, behind the light of it, there is a Surya, an individual. नहीं है तो वो सूर्य का रोशनी और कहाँ से आएगा हीट? There is somebody whose nature is sun and heat and light. And that Surya can never be without the Ishvara. Because Ishvara is the one who is the Samashti Shakti, who alone is expressing as everything. Now, next two steps. Ishvara cannot be without Sachidananda. And the last one, which I have not discussed much at all, but only making the statement to discuss it after 4 shlokas. That Sachidananda cannot be other than me. So I myself am Sachidananda. The Sachidananda, me alone, has infinite power. With that, I am the Ishvara. A part power of that is the expression as Surya Devata, and the Surya Devata expressing as Surya Kanti, Surya Roshni, heat. So question it like this: can the heat and light be there without the Surya? Surya you have to accept as an individual, because that heat and light is there in him only. That is not in Chandra, that is not in the tree, that is not on the ocean, that is not on the earth. सिर्फ उसी पे है ना. Therefore you have to accept the presence of an individuality as Surya. To him the heat and light belongs. Then that Surya can he be independent from the total? Question पूछो. नहीं है. अब टोटल को ही ईश्वर कहते हैं. But that Ishvara total is with his total power. Minus that power or Shakti or Maya, what is he? The pure Satchitananda. That Satchitananda, can it be other than me? No. Therefore, me means which me? Not this gross body me, not the mind me, not the intellect me, the real conscious self in me. Not with mind intellect. Otherwise, how can I, the small, stupid mind, stupid intellect, be equivalent to Ishvara and beyond Ishvara? The real conscious me in me. That Bhagavan will tell in the 5th shloka. 15th श्लोक में. बट यहाँ भगवान क्या करा रहे हैं हमको? बिकॉज अवर दृष्टि इज वेरी फार फ्रॉम द फार ऑफ द थिंग्स, भगवान इज गिविंग अस चांस टू train us about the presence of God. What is the practice now? Whenever we see heat and light, immediately we must shift our attention to Surya. Do this upasana. Here kya hua? Tameva adyam purusham. So the Surya is the Adi Purusha compared to the light and heat. After doing this for some time, next step may go that Surya is an individual, Amsha, a Jiva, for the total Ishvara. So that the Ishvara becomes Adyam Purusham, the Surya becomes his expression. Practice this for some time. Then the Ishvara also, with the Shakti is Ishvara, with the Shakti not used, he is gone, the pure Shuddha Sachidananda Paramatma. That Sachidananda Paramatma can be without the Shakti, but Shakti cannot be without him. In him, when the world is not manifested, the Shakti is totally one with him. So that is called Adya Purusha. So Adya Purusha, first point. In him, he and his Maya Shakti are one. Second is what? The Ishvara, where Adya Purusha with his Maya Shakti. Therefore, the Ishvara का आद्य पुरुष कौन है फिर? सच्चिदानंद परमात्मा. द ईश्वरा विथ इज इन्फिनाइट पावर में से एक पावर जहाँ एक्सप्रेस होता है उसको सूर्य कहते हैं. दैट इज एन अंश. ईश्वर का अंश है सूर्य. यहाँ सूर्य की बात हो रही, इसलिए हम सूर्य कह रहे. सेम इज अप्लाई टू द चंद्र, अग्नि. द होल नेक्स्ट 5 श्लोकास आर डिफरेंट प्रैक्टिसेस, बट द थिंग इज सेम. यहाँ हम सूर्य को ले रहे एग्जाम्पल के रूप में. Ishvara, all pervading, is Surya at one point. Therefore, what is the Adya Purusha for the Surya? Ishvara. What is the Adya Purusha for the Ishvara? The Satchidananda Atma. That Ishvara has got Kanti and light and heat. So the Adityagatam Tejaha, that brightness and heat of Aditya, who is he? That belongs to Surya. Surya is what? Amsha of the Ishvara. Who is Ishvara? Total power of, with total power, the Parabrahma only. Therefore, ईश्वर का आदि पुरुष परब्रह्म है, सूर्य का आदि पुरुष ईश्वर है, then the तेजस का आदि पुरुष सूर्य है. The first and last Bhagavan saying, in between we have to add, because we were told in the earlier 2-3 shlokas. Mamayivamsho jivaloke ityadi. So yad adityagatan tejaha. So the tejaha in Aditya is seen by our eyes. So tejaha in Aditya is seen by our eyes means what? That teja is belonging to Aditya. So Aditya is somebody other than teja. Like you are listening to my speech. What is the meaning of you are listening to my speech? Means I am different from my speech. So therefore the teja of speech, let us say, in me. Instead of Aditya gatan tejaha, you can say Swamiji gataha shabdaha. So my shabda cannot be without me, Swami. The Swami is an individual, an amsha of the total Ishvara. Now the Ishvara is nothing but Sachidananda Paramatma. Therefore, this stages of my talking finally belongs to whom? Who is the Adi Purusha for that? To whom we have to do the Prapatti. Tameva Chahadyam Purusham Prapadde is that one Sachidananda Paramatma only. Now apply it in everything, whatever you see. What will happen? Our habit and practice of seeing that final Paramatma becomes stronger while doing so. The wrong habit of giving importance to the amshas and their shaktis, that gets reduced. To that extent, the mind is calm, quiet. Then we inquire that Paramatma, whose amsha is this Surya or Surya's Teja, what is his relation with me? Which me? The real me in me. Not again the me of a intellect and body, senses, mind, individuality or vasana, real inner me. What I come to know that is me only. So do I have consciousness in me? Yeah. Do I have consciousness in you? Yeah. Does the ant has consciousness in it? Yeah. So everywhere there is consciousness only. So their consciousnesses are not two. So one consciousness only as an Amsha has got the whole world as Amshi. We have to do this Abhyasa to reach to that Purushottama Paramatma, which is the chapter's purpose. What is called as Uttama Purusha here is called as Gunatita Purusha in 14th chapter, is called as Purusha, is called as Gneya, is called as Kshetrajna in the 13th chapter. Avuna? With regard to Kshetra is called as Kshetrajna. With regard to Prakriti is called as Purusha. With regard to Triguna is called as Gunatita. Here, with regard to the Madhyama Purusha, other Purusha is called as Uttama Purusha. Only language is different. What is indicated is one truth only. So therefore, what is the sadhana? Yad adityagatam tejaha tat mamakam. See the sunlight, but reach to the Paramatma. This is the upasana. We have to do it because from Paramatma only the world came. But we are lost in the world, giving so much importance, value to it. We have forgotten Paramatma. Spirituality is to make us remember the Paramatma, who is the support substratum of the entire universe. So, to the second thing, Yat Chandramasi Tejaha. So, you see the Kanti of the Chandra. But the Kanti belongs to Chandra. Therefore, Chandra is somebody other than this Chandra Kanti. The Chandra is the Adi Purusha to the Chandra Kanti. But Chandra also is at a one place. So he is a part of the total. Again, the total again is Ishvara. So that Ishvara Amshi hai, then this Chandrama is Amsha. So from the Chandra Kanti go to Chandrama, from the Chandrama go to the Ishvara, from the Ishvara go to the Paramatma Chaitanya. That Paramatma is me only, which me, not the gross me, the real inner conscious self. In this way, whatever the list of vibhutis that are given, we have to do abhyas. Then with what will happen? The farther than the farthest in Surya also is same Paramatma. Then little nearer to him than him is Chandra. In that also Paramatma. So दूर से दूर ऑब्जेक्ट से लेकर पास में ऑब्जेक्ट में भी सब में परमात्मा. But these are all theory. The experiential Paramatma will be first in our heart only, which will be told in the 15th shloka. Sarvasya chaham rudhi sannivishta. Okay, theoretically it is said Bhagavan is everywhere. But that Bhagavan in Surya we can never discover till we discover Paramatma in our own self. आत्मज्ञान के बाद ही ब्रह्म ज्ञान होता है. Means the self in me I recognize, then only the self in all I can recognize. But self is there in all. This knowledge is required to reject all the Rupa Nama which are projected on the self, whom we call as Surya, Chandra, Agni, Prithvi, ityadi. Surya, Chandra, Agni, Prithvi इत्यादि are project like a paper, canvas paper or paint, drawing paint. पेपर है वो एक ही ड्राइंग, उस पे तुमने ही एक जगह ये पिक्चर बना के उसको वो कहा, उस दूसरी जगह और एक पिक्चर बना के वो कहा. You call that as sky, that as sun, they are cloud, this is an ocean, this is a mountain, these are the trees, this is a human being, this is a pashu. एक ही कैनवास में सारे पेंटेड है. Behind all of them, variety. Only one drawing sheet is there or not? On one drawing sheet, with your mind's imagination and painting colors are made. You projected all of that. Think about the example 10 times. In the same way, on the substratum of Paramatma, with his own Maya Shakti, the world of multiplicity is projected. Like with no picture of the drawing sheet exists without the drawing sheet. खींच लो ड्राइंग शीट को, कहाँ खड़ा होंगे पिक्चर सारे. You can't paint in the sky. In the same way, take out that substratum Paramatma, the whole universe will dissolve. They are all projected on the Paramatma. So mud is the reality, pot is projected. Paramatma is reality, Chandra, Surya, ityadi are projected. Now those who are lost in Surya or Chandra or other beings, they are all samsari. lost with likes and dislikes, relatives, friends, enemy. But those who are seeing Paramatma in all of them commonly and playing the role for no reason or purpose or any benefit, he is called Jivan Mukta, who has recognized Paramatma. For that, the sadhana is Yadadityagatam Tejaha Tat Tejaha Mamakam Vidhi Yat Chandramasi Tejaha Tat Tejaha Mamakam Vidhi Yad Agnau Tejaha Tat Tejaha Mamakam Iti Vidhi. That's the meaning of Yadadityagatam Tejaha Jagat Bhasete Akhilam Yat Chandramasi Tejaha Yat Chagnau Tat Tejaha Mamakam Iti Vidhi. Vidhi means know with buddhi. To the eyes, you can never see Paramatma. You can see only the light and heat only. Not even the Surya Adhisthana Devata. Clear? आज इतना हम देखेंगे. Tomorrow in the next sloka taken, same way some more Vibhuti practice is given to us. Today 3 Vibhutis practices are given. Surya, Chandra and Agni. See the Agni, see the Teja of the Agni. Teja of the Agni belongs to Agni. Agni is an individual in the total Ishvara. Ishvara is not there without the Shuddha Paramatma. The Paramatma is Ishvara, all pervading. In all pervading Ishvara, one place is Surya, other place is Chandra, other place is Agni. Paramatma only is expressing. Ishvara alone is expressing. So therefore Surya Chandra Agni के लिए ईश्वर is Adi Purusha and ईश्वर के लिए Paramatma is the Adi Purusha. What is the difference between Paramatma and Ishvara? Paramatma, in whom the Shakti is totally one with him. He is one without second. In Ishvara, that Shakti is remembered with which he is projecting himself as the entire world. So Adi Purusham Prapatti. Anything you see, you go back to Paramatma. Do this practice for few years. Then what will happen? The kachara in us, that there are so many things and beings other than Paramatma, these are all delusion, these are all ignorance. That all will go away. Then the mind is calm and quiet. In a calm and quiet mind, you will see Paramatma. As I gave the example, in the water is muddy, in the water is flowing fast, you can't see the bottom of the water. When the mud gone away, the slowness of the water, but the speed is reduced, you see the bottom of the lake. Same way, in the bottom of the lake of our heart is Paramatma. But that lake of heart, called as Chitta, is disturbed with so many thoughts and so much of muddy thoughts about the world, the desires, the lust, the passions. All that kachra jab nikal jata hai, then the bottom we see as it is the Paramatma. That kachara ko nikalne ko hi in the above shloka it is said. Yatantopi akrutatmanaha achetasaha enam napashyanti. And this topic came in almost every chapter. The impure hearted ones, with their hearts impure because of the passions, desires, agitations, egos, they can't be having the quiet mind to see the bottom called as the self in them. एक्चुअली रिवर का बॉटम ही नहीं है ऐसा लगता है when the river is muddy and flowing fast. So too when the mind is so much impure and agitated, beyond behind the mind there is Paramatma, the Adi Purusha. वो ख्याल भी नहीं आता, वो thought भी नहीं आता. And the whole world of people are living at the muddy level of water, agitated level of water. They all don't know the depth of the Paramatma. We are in the company of such stupid fellows. Therefore, we all live that ignorant life. There are some Jnanis, Mahapurushas. We have seen the Paramatma. We have to follow them. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम आपदां बहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहं श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने ओम श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद् वाल्मीकि रामायण अयोध्याकांडं शततम कच्चित् सर्गः श्रीरामकृत राजनीति धर्मोपदेशम्. Okay, now yesterday 26th we saw, same is the 27th wala, little subtler point. What was it in 26 was, depending on the work, you have to appoint the people. The most important work, highly intelligent, capable. Mediocre, mediocre. A lower one, lowest. This is general discussion. After saying so, some particular thing Bhagavan says, ki, when the work is of the highest importance, greatest importance, the manager for it, the leader for it, the group leader, the manager, the responsible person, you have to appoint of the highest order. अभी गीता हो गया, we are into Ramayana now, we are studying the Rajaniti Dharma. Everywhere it is so. Now when you cricket में 11 प्लेयर होते हैं जो ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंसड है, who knows the whole thing, he who loves the match cricket, who has all intricacies, आप उसको लीडर बनाते हो या अभी ज्वाइन किया इसको पहले लीडर बना दो. Second thing, in all movies also you can see when the government or intelligence department have to crack some of the secrets, then they discuss who can do this work. Like terrorists are there, then all the police department बैठ जाते. Then they discuss who is most capable of it. You can't give anybody on the name of reservation the responsibility for the tough work. For accomplishing the toughest work, you have to put a toughest person only. Then only you'll be able to accomplish. रामा इज टेलिंग टू भरता कि जब काम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बड़ा होता है उसके लायक वाले को यू हैव टू अपॉइंट. दैट इज द श्लोका नंबर 27. Only that one I'll study today, explain to you. yesterday का क्या हुआ था? कच्चिन मुख्या महत्सु एवा मध्यमेषु च मध्यमाः जगन्यास्तु जगन्येषु भृत्याः कर्मसु योजिताः. So मुख्याः भृत्याः महत्सु कर्मसु, then मध्यमाः भृत्याः मध्यमेषु कर्मसु, then जगन्याः भृत्याः जगन्येषु कर्मसु. You have to do योजना. छोटा काम है तो छोटा, मीडियाकर काम है तो मीडियाकर, when biggest work है तो highly qualified one you have to appoint. That is general. Now particularly in today's shloka which we chant 2 times, amatyan upadhatitan pitrupaita mahan shuchin shreshtan shresteshu kachitvam niyojayasi karmasu. amatyan upadhatitan pitrupaita mahan shuchin shreshtan shresteshu kachitvam niyojayasi karmasu. तो कच्चित वर्ड हैज कम हियर आल्सो. तो भगवान रामा भरत जी को पूछते हुए सिखा रहे कि श्रेष्ठेषु कर्मसु त्वम अमात्यान नियोजयसि. श्रेष्ठेषु कर्मसु, you understood the श्रेष्ठ karma in the best or the most important karma. First thing is amatyan niyojayasi. You are appointing the departmental head, the main in charge of it or not. Karo. But he should have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 qualities. Not only you have to appoint somebody as in charge for that Shrestha karma, he should have these 5 qualities. Beautiful they are all. This is required. Like क्लास में भी क्लास मॉनिटर को बनाना है तुम्हारे टीचर, शी विल हैव टू सी द क्वालिफिकेशंस ऑफ दैट स्टूडेंट, not out of recommendation, not out of any reservation. Again, this recommendation reservation जब तक होते हैं ना, देश का प्रगति कभी भी नहीं होगा. Again I am saying government cannot touch it. उनको पावर चला जाएगा उनका. दोस्त जिनको रिजर्वेशन नहीं है वो तो मुंह खोल भी नहीं सकते बेचारे. Who are left is only those who are claiming reservation. Only when they reject with their maturity and wisdom, I am praying that that day will come very soon. That we don't want reservation, we will work hard. Then only the country will develop. With competition with each other, that everybody becoming so intelligent that in all aspects you have conquered the whole world. Intelligentsia को बढ़ाना है. Reservation is the bitterest enemy for developing a nation. So instead of that, you have to appoint the qualified. We are studying Ramayana. Other reasons which deny the qualification and the person is nikamma, ineffective, important. No. So what are the 5 things you have to mind? To appoint an amatya, the responsible in charge. to accomplish Matsu Karmasu, the bigger than bigger topics, targets. Okay. Sreshteshu Karmasu Tvam Amatyana Niyojesi Tvam Kachit. Are you appointing the Amatya for the Shrestha Karma? That was understood. Now that Amatya should have these 5 qualities. First, Upadhatitan. Upadha Atitan. Upadha means temptations. Upadha Atitan means who has risen above all temptations for the money, for the bhoga, for the side benefits, who has risen above all of that. Who can do that? Who has got true love for the nation. That my whole country has to grow. ये दृष्टि जिसको बलवान है वही टेम्पटेशन में नहीं आएगा. जिसको नहीं है then they will be working only for fulfilling their personal temptations and desires. उपधा अतीतान. उपधा means अपने personal benefits. प्रलोभन जो कहते हैं. So too in a class also, if the student is selfish, then he should not be appointed as a leader. Then he will do all nonsense for himself to get the marks, etc. अब in India up to that 2014 तक only upada atit नहीं हुए, selfish people were there in the power. That's why so many scams, crores and millions of rupees were put in Swiss bank, put in the Vatican City, everywhere the money was going. Upadha थे वो लोग, tempted, power mongers. That is why country has not grown. On the other hand, suppressing Sanatana Dharma. ये दोनों उनके प्रोजेक्ट. देश का सत्यानाश करो, धर्म का सत्यानाश. Remember, ये चल ही रहा है अभी तक. If you vote again to the same fellows, our country will go 100 years back and the Sanatana Dharma will be destroyed. You see in Karnataka what's happening. You see in Telangana what's happening. You see in Kerala, Tamil Nadu. Everywhere Sanatana Dharma को नाश करना, देश को टुकड़े करना. ये दो ही उनके मेन प्रोजेक्ट है. देन अपना पर्सनल पावर मौजा करो. व्हाट इज इन आंध्र प्रदेश, एवरीवेयर. उपधातीतान को नहीं अपॉइंट करना. ऑल रिलीजियंस ग्रेट, बट हिंदुइज्म का इन द कंट्री है, बस ये हिंदू होना है. यू कांट बी सेक्युलर. इट इज भारत माता इज सनातन धर्म, दैट्स इट. व्हाई कांट वी क्लेम when other countries claim them to be Christian nations, Islam nations? क्यों नहीं करना इंडिया को? And only these stupids have the objection. The Jains, the Buddhas, they don't have objection. They have never asked for separate country when India got independence. Only one these fools asked for. And even now they are troubling us. Even after getting the will, they are जाओ वहाँ पर. See that nonsense. They are all interconnected. Because if the Hinduism is suppressed, the Shastras are suppressed, then Dharmartha, Kama, Moksha, Purusharthas are suppressed, then the people will become animalistic. You see, the more any religion hates Hindus, the more Rakshasa they are. You see them. Dushta. Important point, you have to keep in mind. So the one who is not tempted by anything, first that is the Mantrika Lakshan. Amatyan Upada Atitan. Second one is what? Pitrupaita Mahan. Means their fathers, forefathers, all of them were responsible for great achievements. To that clan he should belong. Just like the people now are belonging to the clan where their father, grandfather, they all destroyed the country. Selfish बन गए थे वो लोग. Did not allow the Sanatan Dharmis to flourish at all. ये लोग वही करते हैं आगे भी. ये नेगेटिव हो गया. पॉजिटिव होना चाहिए. इनके पिता भी देशभक्त धर्मभक्त, उनके पिता भी उनके पिता भी इस तरह से पितृपैता महान. द सेकंड यू हैव टू सी, लाइक शादी में भी व्हेन द लड़की के तरफ वाले लड़के के लिए ढूंढते हैं, डोंट दे सी व्हाट आर हिज पेरेंट्स एंड ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, देयर बिजनेस, देयर अर्निंग्स, देयर पोजीशन. ऐसा कोई बेटी को दे देते हैं क्या कोई? यू कांट. In the same way, अमात्य का अपॉइंटमेंट के टाइम, सेकंड वन, थर्ड वन इज दिस. One is upadha atita, not falling prey to any selfishness or temptation of any sort. Pitrupaita Mahan, who has got good lineage of his ancestors, all of them are Desha Bhakta, Dharma Bhakta. सुपर पॉइंट है ना. आपके गवर्नमेंट में सब ऐसे हैं. हाँ, कोई ऐसे सनातन धर्मी गुरुओं के यहाँ पढ़े हैं, कोई ऐसे आश्रमों में थे. दैट इज हाउ दे हैव प्योर हार्ट एंड देशभक्ति. द अदर फेलोज कॉन्वेंट एजुकेटेड, फॉरेन एजुकेटेड, देयरफॉर मटेरियलिज्म भी है उनमें एंड नो देशभक्ति एंड अगेंस्ट द सनातन धर्म. आई एम वेरी क्लियर अबाउट इट. These are all facts known to all, but you don't open the mouth. Protect our nation. Voting time is there. Select correct people for next 10,000 years so that the desha is protected. Okay. Third one is what? Shuchina. Shuchi means what? Who are Shuchi pure in their word, in their thought, in their action. No impurity at thought, word, and deed level. No disintegration between them. That should be the mantri. Shuchi, Shuddha, Shubhra hona chahiye. Third quality it is one. Okay. First is Upada Atitan. Second is Pitrupaita Mahan. Third is Suchin. Pitrupaita Mahan means the Pita, grandfather also have taken up big positions. You can see in army, etc. The children of army, personnel, when they join, they are also equally dedicated because they remember their parents. True politicians also who have come from the good lineage of real Desha Bhakta Pitaji, they also become Desha Bhakta. मजा आता है ये देखकर. That was the second point. Third is Suchin. Fourth one is what? Ki Shrestha. No. Shrestha means what? They are well respected, revered because of their character, because of their other talents and abilities. These four should be there. Such person only you are appointing as mantri when Shresteshu karmasu. When the bigger and bigger targets, objectives you have to achieve for the nation. You know, in today's our India, the external affairs minister, the NSG, ये सारे ना श्रेष्ठ है, बढ़िया है. Every one of them are truly serving the nation. The finance minister, the home defense minister. मजा आता है देख कर ना. देशभक्ति से कोई ऐसी इम्प्योरिटी, कोई स्वार्थ, घोटाला, चुप्पे साधे देश की सेवा कर रहे हैं. एंड स्ट्रगलिंग बिकॉज ऑपोजिशन ट्रबलिंग देम सो मच. I'm very happy to see them. They are daily for their long life and again come into the power, serve the Bharat Mata in both Sanatana Dharma mein and its prosperity in the world. Let them serve. And such millions should come. Every Indian should become like that. And in that flood of such people flourishing, all the negative people with their negative thoughts should get flooded away into Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea. एक भी नहीं होना है देश में जो देशद्रोही है, धर्मद्रोही है. एक भी नहीं होना. दिस इज माय संकल्प, माय प्रेयर, एवरी ऑल माय स्टडी, तपशक्ति, एवरीथिंग आई ऑफर ओनली फॉर दैट. हमको क्या करना है? हमको तो परमात्मा मिलेंगे ही. We should love our nation. We should love our nation's prosperity. We should love our roots. The roots is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is the root of all religions. All religions destroyed. Sanatana Dharma remains. Every one of them come. Sanatana Dharma destroyed. Every religion goes away. When in the world, in the human beings, these religions, the disciplines, they are not there, then the beings become animalistic and barbarian. They go back to the animal age, stone age, plant age. Because Sanatana Dharma is a continuously evolutionary teachings. Are we not seeing it every day in our study? Is this Ramayana not an example? Sufficient example है यही. राम जी के 85 qualities we have seen. फरगट भूल गए हो क्या तुम लोग? Right? This is a shloka. And tomorrow we'll see very important thought. Bhagavan says, hope the mantris are not reporting to you this, that. The people are complaining that the Raja is giving very severe punishments. See the very subtle thought. Therefore, when the culprits are there, They have to be punished to taught, teach lesson to them and others. Not a harsh punishment that the people revolt against you, then you will not have any more chance to serve the country. नो सेंसिटिव इश्यू है ना ये, तो ये भी एक राजनीति धर्म है. इस तरह से थ्रू आउट दिस चैप्टर विल लर्न 50-60 मोर. ऑलरेडी 20-30 हमने सीखा पिछले 6-7 श्लोकों में. कंटिन्यूसली रामा विल टीच. We are doing only one shloka per day, one or two, and many other 6 classes, so we may not have their memory, but some of you can comprehend it and have that special capacity in their intellect to keep in store whatever is learned every day in each of the texts separately. They will see the mind blowing, beautiful guidance given by Rama. And same Rama teaches the highest Vedanta or expresses highest Viveka Vairagya and learns entire Shastras from his Guru Vasishthaji. We are seeing that in the evening class. दिस टेक्स्ट इफ इज 24,000 श्लोक है, वो शाम का है ना 32,000 श्लोक वाला 32,000. We started around 99, today's 100th day, 100 days back. It will continue at least for 2.5 years. This is our Ramji. This is our Sanatana Dharma. This is the wisdom given here. This is the way we have to fulfill the Arthakama, but let's not become slave to that. We should live life of Dharma and we should strive for the moksha. Where do we get such a clarity anywhere? Anywhere if you get, it is copied from here only. Buddha is born here, Jesus learned from here, the Muhammad they have learned from here. सारे यहीं से सीख के गए. कहाँ जाओगे? जो इटर्नल है सनातन धर्म. There is nothing new in this world. It is put in a new word, new language, that's it. All is eternally there. Only one dharma is there, that is Sanatan Dharma. Bas. Like some trees, from that some insects come and they become parasite and trouble the tree only. Like हमारे शरीर में कीटाणु शरीर की में ही खाना खाते हैं बट शरीर को ही नुकसान पहुंचाते. In the same way. So the Rajaniti dharmas are taught to us so beautifully by Rama. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now we are doing our 7th topic today, Katha Upanishad. As I told you, the Vivekananda ji's famous quotation of "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached" is the teachings Yamadharmaraja teaches to Nachiketa in Katha Upanishad, first Adhyaya, Tritiyavalli, Shloka number 14. I'll tell you the meaning first, then I'll chant. Okay? Bhagavan Yamaraj telling Nachiketa and all of us want to realize that self who is there in the heart of everyone. Uttishtata means arise. People arise but they don't get awakened. Many a time every day in the morning हम उठ तो जाते हैं लेकिन जागृत पूरे नहीं हो जाते. Still we are loitering on the bed etc. for half an hour. So Uttishtata is coming out of sleep. Jagrata means awaken to your goals of the day. Here our goal for Nachiketa is recognizing the self is his own heart, which is the same thing in Geetha also we are studying. Uttishtata, arise. Jagrata, awaken. Then there he says, stop not till the goal is reached. यहाँ यमराज कहते हैं प्राप्य वरान. प्राप्य वरान has two meanings. Go to the Shrestha Purushas called as gurus in life. And second meaning of Prapya Varan means make them so pleased that they are ready to give you the Vara. Like Nachiketa behaved in such a way that Yamadharmaraj was tempted to give the Nachiketa's Vara. And when the Varas are given by the Guru, don't ask them the Vara for the worldly things and all the Bhoga, but Nibodhata. As a result of that Vara, get the knowledge of Paramatma only and practice that knowledge till the experience comes. That Prapya Varan Nimodhata, go to the great gurus and from them get the Atma Jnanam. That is replaced by Vivekananda. He says, arise awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Very famous sentence. But what is the goal? In Kathopanishad, the goal is the Atma Prapti. And in general, anybody can have any goal. And this sentence of Vivekananda can be highly inspirationally used by even the terrorist also. Because which is the goal he has not mentioned. Arise awake, stop not till the goal is reached. देखो द टेररिस्ट का गोल क्या है? But Yamadharmaraja's teaching will not misguide. There's no chance. Because Praptavarannivodataha. You go to Sreshta Purushas and get Atma Jnana only after arising and awaking. He has not left any option. But this has an option. That side effect is there. If that is omitted, then this is also equally inspirational sentence. Stop not till the goal is reached. Goal is what you have to be specified. Na? Goal can be destructive also. But a saint like Vivekananda will not aim at the negative goals. But the sentence of Vivekananda has a chance. Like Baba Ramdev. He'll never have the thought that the yoga which he is teaching should make more criminals in the country. But there is a possibility in it. Because when you openly teach the yoga, even the criminals learn it and they live long, healthily to do more crime. He never means it, but it will happen. Every outer sciences are like that. Medicine is growing. So medicine is making all culprits more healthy for long time. Then they will commit the problem more. इसलिए फर्स्ट आत्मविद्या को डेवलप करना है, सबको मुमुक्षु बनाओ. For the sake of mukti, you have to live long, live healthy. Then the other vidyas. Isn't it? Is it clicking to your common sense? Are you wise enough to catch the point? That is the Uttishtata Jagrata Prapyavarani Evarta. The next line he says, this path of spirituality, like walking on the razor's edge. तलवार का ऊपर चलने के समान है. शुरस्य धारा निशिता दुरत्यया दुर्गम पतः तत् कवयो वदन्ति. Every moment there is a chance for you to slip down, break your leg or hand. लाइक जिस छुरे पे जब चलना होता है, पाँव को संभालना है, छुरे को संभालना है, इधर उधर नहीं गिरना है. The spiritual path is like that. Every moment the step is like walking on the razor's edge. Okay, and in this, what you have to get the knowledge is about Paramatma. What is that? Ashabdam, which is not a shabda, therefore ears cannot listen it. Asparsham, it is not a touch, therefore skin cannot touch it. So too arupam, form is nahi hai wo, isliye aankh se nahi dikhta hai. Avyayam, but it is there without any modification eternally. Tatha arasam, there is no taste, it's not a taste, therefore the tongue cannot taste it. And then nityam, it is eternal. And agandhavacha, there is no gandha in it, therefore it can't be smelled by the nose. Then anadi, it is cause and beginningless. Anantam, it is endless. Then Mahataha Param, it is beyond the Mahat Tattva also. And Dhruvam, it is the final permanent thing. Nichaya Tat, when you recognize yourself to that, Mrityuka Pramuchate, no more you are in the jaws of the death. You are transcending death once for all. So what I have to talk to you for 2 hours, I just gave you meaning in 2 minutes. Just to feel myself happy that इनका meaning बताया. Some of the students, if they are wise, they may get the information. Some more wise है, so they may get tempted even to study the Katha Upanishad. That's the idea. But my purpose is only to teach you the chantings. Okay, let us do Uttishtata Jagrata, Uttishtata Jagrata, Uttishtata Jagrata, Uttishtata Jagrata, Prapyavaran Nibodhata, Prapyavaran Nibodhata, Prapyavaran Nibodhata, Prapyavaran Nibodhata, Shurasya Dhara Nishita Duratyaya, Shurasya Dhara Nishita Duratyaya, Shurasya Dhara Nishita Duratyaya, Shurasya Dhara Nishita Duratyaya, दुर्गम पथस्तत्कवयो वदन्ति दुर्गम पथस्तत्कवयो वदन्ति दुर्गम पथस्तत्कवयो वदन्ति दुर्गम पथस्तत्कवयो वदन्ति. Together 4 times. उत्तिष्ठत जाग्रत प्राप्यवरान् निबोधत शूरस्य धारा निशिता दुरत्यया दुर्गम पथस्तत्कवयो वदन्ति. उत्तिष्ठत जाग्रत प्राप्यवरान् निबोधत शूरस्य धारा निशिता दुरत्यया दुर्गम पथस्तत्कवयो वदन्ति. उत्तिष्ठत जाग्रत प्राप्यवरान् निबोधत शूरस्य धारा निशिता दुरत्यया दुर्गम पथस्तत्कवयो वदन्ति. उत्तिष्ठत जाग्रत प्राप्यवरान् निबोधत क्षुरस्य धारा निशिता दुरत्यया दुर्गम पथस्तत्कवयो वदन्ति. फ्रेंड्स, मैंने आपको 0.01% भी मीनिंग नहीं बताया. And I know it. I can tell you from Bhashya. But this, we are not spending time for it, creating interest in you. You listen to our Kathoparishad lectures, are there in YouTube, or listen to someone. Where your own study, you can't understand. Now, 15th sloka. Ashabdamasparshamarupamavyayam. 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 Tatarasam nityamagandhavachayatu. Tatarasam nityam agandhavachayatu. Tatarasam nityam agandhavachayatu. Tatarasam nityam agandhavachayatu. Anadyanantam mahatah param dhruvam. Anadyanantam mahatah param dhruvam. अनाद्यनन्तं महतः परं ध्रुवम् अनाद्यनन्तं महतः परं ध्रुवं निचायतन् मृत्युमुखात् प्रमुच्यते निचायतन् मृत्युमुखात् प्रमुच्यते निचायतन् मृत्युमुखात् प्रमुच्यते निचायतन् मृत्युमुखात् प्रमुच्यते टुगेदर अशब्दमस्पर्शम् अरूपमव्ययम् तथा रसं नित्यमगन्धवच्छयतु अनाद्यनन्तं महतः परं ध्रुवं निचायतन् मृत्युमुखात् प्रमुच्यते अशब्दमस्पर्शमरूपमव्ययं तथा रसं नित्यमगन्धवच्छयतु अनाद्यनन्तं महतः परं ध्रुवं निचायतन् मृत्युमुखात् प्रमुच्यते अशब्दमस्पर्शमरूपमव्ययं तथा रसं नित्यमगन्धवच्छयतु अनाद्यनन्तं महतः परं ध्रुवं निचायतन् मृत्युमुखात् प्रमुच्यते अशब्दमस्पर्शमरूपमव्ययं तथा रसं नित्यमगन्धवच्छयत् अनाद्यनन्तं महतः परं ध्रुवं निचायतन् मृत्युमुखात् प्रमुच्यते टुगेदर उत्तिष्ठत जाग्रत प्राप्य वरान् निबोधत क्षुरस्य धारा निशिता दुरत्यया दुर्गं पतस्तत् कवयो वदन्ति अशब्दमस्पर्शमरूपमव्ययं तथा रसं नित्यमगन्धवच्छेत् अनाद्यनन्तं महतः परं ध्रुवं निचाय तत् मृत्युमुखात् प्रमुच्यते ओम शांति 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 टुमारो दिस विल बी ओवर द फर्स्ट अध्याय थर्ड वल्ली परसों पूरा तीनों वल्लियों का पाठ होगा देन वी डू द सेकंड चैप्टर थैंक यू ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति महाभ्यात् शांतो मुच्यते बन्देभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतगमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रेण ओम तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय गीता माता की जय वेदव्यास भगवान की जय रामचंद्र भगवान की जय रामायण महाशास्त्र की जय वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय श्री कठोपनिषद श्रुति माता की जय धर्मराज भगवान की जय नचिकेत भगवान की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सतगुरुनाथ महाराज की जय आज के आनंद की जय नमः पार्वती वेदे हर हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम अम्बे श्री आदि पराशक्ति गीता माता की जय समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञास धर्म संस्थापक मोक्ष मुक्त गण की जय भारत माता की जय सनातन धर्म की जय वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय समस्त युवा मंडल की जय थैंक यू Yeah, see you tomorrow. Don't miss.